everyone, it's Dragon here, back with another video, and today we are going to be looking at, it's another top 10 video, of course, because, you know, I love doing the top 10 videos, but this is, a top 10 video I've wanted to do for quite a long time, and I put it out on a vote because I was having trouble figuring out what video I wanted to do for this week, and this was the video that won by a long shot. So top 10 server admin pet peeves. Now let me just clear things up before we start this video, because I know I'm going to get some of these comments right. This does not apply for every single admin. I'm aware that there are admins who may actually enjoy some of this stuff, you know, they might actually like doing some of this stuff, and it might not bother them, but from experience and from being admin on like 15 servers, 6 at the moment, I have some experience and I feel like I have a right to talk about this from experience. You don't have to agree. This is just, you know, as always, opinion based, you know, like most of the videos on my channel, this is opinion based, so you don't have to agree, but I would love to hear your opinions in the comments and some other things that I might have missed that you don't like as well. So yeah, also if you're gonna, you know, try to apply for an admin spot, this is definitely something that you should look out for because these will definitely be things that you'll have to deal with. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, number 10 on the list is being constantly asked for materials. Now, the reason this is number 10 on the list is because I know that there are actually admins who willingly give out materials for free to players, and they don't actually mind being asked for materials, you know, every so often, because really, like, most admins that are newer, they actually like doing this because they like helping people out. But as you know, become more experienced and you're admin on more and more servers, and after it just happens for a while, after people keep asking you, it really gets to a point where it's just really annoying, and it really just like, it like makes things less fun, and it makes it less fun to get on the game, especially because when you have admin, you're basically end game already, so it's already not as interesting to play the game, but being asked constantly to do that and give materials and stuff, it's really just, it makes the game less fun. I don't speak, this is not for every single admin, there are admins who actually might like this, but this is just my opinion. Number 9, being asked to teleport for pointless reasons. Like, I cannot speak for every admin here, but, you know, for me, when I teleport, most servers I play, like Libop and all that, I crash a lot and I lag, and so it's really, I only really want to teleport if it's a serious problem. And there are times when people are like, hey Dragon, teleport to me, and I'm like, why? And they're like, just please teleport, it's something I need to say, right? And they just talk about something and they say something, they could have easily DM'd me, they could have easily just asked on general chat, but they asked me to teleport anyway. And it's really just annoying because us admins, we were doing something probably, and when you're doing something and then you just get teleported or you ask to be teleported for some random reason, it's just, it's not something that is enjoyable. Number 8, buttering up to the admins but being less friendly to normal players. So like people who are extremely nice or try to be nicer to admins, you know, in hopes of getting on their good side, in hopes of getting perks, you know, like being nicer to people because of their rank. Like in general, just like in like common sense, like in real life and everything, right? This is just like something that is really annoying. Like when people are nicer to you because of your status, it's just like, come on, like it's not, you know, like you just gotta be nice to everyone, and admins, they can tell when you're being nicer to them because of their rank, and it's really just like, it's not something that we enjoy. There might be the people who are actually, they don't mind that, but for most people, I can confidently say that we don't like being buttered up to. Number 7, being asked to help tame things a lot. So taming stuff is quite a time consuming, like it takes a lot of time, and if you don't know this, admins can speed that up by a lot. Griffins take about 1 to 2 hours, maybe more if it's on a brutal server or a hard server, and having an admin level it for you can really speed that up and cut it down by about 2 hours, and it levels up your tame as well, so it's really a handy thing. And players know that most of the time, and they ask you and beg you to tame things for them. But what they don't know, similar to being constantly asked for materials, it really like it's really a time-consuming thing, even for admins who are likely busy or doing something else, to go out of their way to tame something for a player who should be trying to do it themselves. It just gets annoying. As I said before, this really does not apply for every single admin. This only applies for like some of the people. You know, I can say it applies for me, but there are people who actually do not mind taming, and that is probably because they're a newer admin. Older admins who have been experiencing a lot of different servers, they can all, you know, probably agree with me on this one. Number 6, over-leveling tames accidentally. So if you're an admin, you can feel me on this one, right? For an example, you're taming a griffin, and it's just taking so long, and you just level it to speed it up, but then it stops taming, and then you over-level it, and it becomes like level 700, level 500. It's just like, and then when you tame it, after all that time, it despawns because it's over the levels. So it's something that is really annoying, especially on griffins and stuff like that. So yeah, that is definitely something that is annoying as an admin, over leveling tames, you know, but you don't really realize you're doing it. And sometimes you can realize just like by looking at it, it's a lost cause. And then you're like, oh man, I really just wasted my time on this. Number 5, having regular players inside admin tribes. Now, I'm adding this because I've had experience with this lately. I usually do not allow regular players inside of admin tribes. However, I tried recently, I really did, because I was also in an admin tribe when I first started, and I wanted to give that experience to other people as well. But I just kept realizing that I was just putting more work, and it really just made me lose motivation to get on that server at all, because every single time I would log on, there would just be people asking me to spawn in mats for them, craft saddles for them, tame things for them, heal all the time, you know, place beds in caves, do everything, basically do everything for them, you know. And it just, I feel like most people, and for me mostly, I just feel like I like to play Ark for myself most of the time. I like to do it because it's a hobby for me and it's fun, but I feel like I'm playing for other people's sake when that happens, and it just feels more like a chore, you know? So that's kind of the reason I do not like to have regular players in admin tribes. But yeah, some people actually do. They might actually like this. I just don't. I don't. Okay, number 4, being asked for admin. So this is another thing that kind of relates to being constantly asked for materials or to tame something. Being asked for admin happens a lot. There are players who will just get on the server, they literally just joined, have no emotional ties with you, nothing. They don't even know you, and they ask for admin. And this happens a lot. Like a lot. And then this also leads to them buttering up to you and all of this stuff that is just a huge pet peeve. And if they say no and they're like, that's fine, then it's really not a problem. But most people with common sense would know that really you can't get admin just by joining a server. Like, most servers will not give that to you unless it says free admin in the caption. But yeah, you kind of have to like get to know the team, and if they like you and they help out a lot and do all of that, then you'll get admin. Watch my video on how to get admin if you would like to know. But yeah, that's definitely something that bothers the admins and puts you in a step below, and actually, you know, like, will probably not get you admin. Number 3, dealing with tribal internal affairs. Like, if you get into a tribe, you have to kind of realize that that's what you're getting into. And in most servers that I'm in, we kind of make it clear that if you join a server, that's your own problem. A tribe. If you join a tribe, that's your own problem, and we're not going to step in. If really, like, most things, like tribal affairs, like an argument or something, like, you can probably solve that within yourselves, and bringing us into it and just kind of, like, adding that onto our plates is something, especially if it's, like, something that can easily be resolved. It's like, kind of, you know, if you're catching my drift. Alright, number 2, the people who keep coming back after being banned. So this is something that happens a lot. And I can say this with experience, and this has actually happened recently with one of the people who I used to play on Leebop. They got banned once for reasons that were valid reasons, and then they kept coming back on alt accounts thinking we would not find out it was them. And it's really annoying because logically, if you get banned once, you don't really want to be in a server where people do not like you, you know? So you wouldn't want to spend your time there, so why would you continue to go on alts and go back into the account? It just adds more stress onto the admins, and it just makes it really annoying because we just have to keep dealing with it. And yeah, it's basically just a breach of the rules as well. So yeah, that is also something that we don't like. And number 1, guilt tripping or bribery. This is the main thing. This is why it's number 1. This is the thing that I can confidently say most, if not all, admins do not like this. Guilt tripping. Let's start off with that. Guilt tripping, if you do not know the term, means, for an example, someone were to message you and they were like, "Oh, my dog just died. Can I have 2 stacks of metal?" You know, like they're making you feel bad for them in hopes that they'll get something. And most people do not fall for this, but it really puts you in a spot where you're like, man, I really don't want to be the bad guy, right? And people who do this, it's just not right, you know? Like, if you're gonna bribe people, let's get into that a bit. Another thing people do is bribe, where they're like, for example, you have it clear in the rules. We do not give free materials to people. We do not tame things for people. We do not give admin tames unless bought from an admin shop or something, right? If that's the rules, and someone messages you knowing the rules, and they're like, I'll give you 2 gold chains if you can help me get a base started, if you can give me materials, if you can tame me a griffin pair. If you do all of this for me, I'll give you 2 gold chains. And they're trying to bribe you with premiums, money, other things, you know? It's we're always gonna say no, but it's the pressure, and it's just very annoying. So that is also something that the admins don't like. Guilt tripping and bribery. Guilt tripping because it just makes us feel bad about you. And it also is just a bad impression. So yeah, if you are someone who does any of these things, you should probably stop, because I can tell you confidently that these are steps in the wrong direction. If you want to get admin, probably start doing the opposite of this. Things you can do to try and get a position is do not ask for materials. Try to do everything independently. You know, just don't act any different to admins that you do to regular players. Treat everyone the same, no matter their rank. And then if you break a rule, atone for it. Try to follow all the rules. Don't bribe, don't do any of that. Those are things you can do. So there are a lot of things you can do, there are a lot of things you can't do. But yeah, I wanted to get this out here, as I said, for a few reasons. Number 1, so people who are doing this can stop. Hopefully this will, give some clarity to people who do this. Hopefully some admins can agree with me, if they want to add this in their server rules, if they want to do any of that. This is also something really good that they can do. But yeah, if you're wondering, these are definitely some things. If there are more things that I missed, please let me know in the comments. I would really like to hear your opinions. Let me know if you agree, let me know if you disagree, but please be civil in the comments as well. I don't want a whole argument to break out, right? This is opinion-based, but I would also like to hear your opinions as well. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for almost 800 subscribers. That's really, really insane. We're growing at a very, very quick rate, and I'm very, very grateful for all of your support. Also, thank you guys for all the support on my last video on the update. That was a video that took a lot of time, and I'm really, really glad you guys liked it. So again, thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.